Hi you guys! So happy you could join today. It's the first video featuring Fruitadmin. He's a little bit busy with the technical stuff, but we're gonna figure it out.
Yes,
For
I
the
think I
next
got it.
video. Yeah, got it. I have the comments going on here, so if you guys feel like chatting, join us. It's a mukbang, but I think it's a little bit hard for a live stream mukbang for you to join in. But if you watch this video later, you can definitely grab some food, and we're gonna tell you a little bit about ourselves and then start on the topic. We are vegan. We've been vegan for 6 years.
6 years, yes.
And we are raw vegan, so we're gonna have a raw vegan mukbang, and we're gonna have like all our mukbangs raw vegan style
for 5 years.
for 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
almost as long as we're vegan.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have vegan mukbangs, raw mukbangs, and these are gonna be healthier. So you guys see a mukbang option that is not just junk food. I think it's fun. I'm gonna show you what we have here, and before we start, I know lots of my viewers are Russian, so I'm gonna make a quick announcement in Russian.
Okay.
Привет, мои дорогие! Эти видео будут на английском со Стефаном. Надеюсь, вы все будете понимать. Мы медленно говорим. Если вы хотите писать комменты, пишите их на русском, мы будем отвечать вместе на английском. So everyone watching, you can write us comments or questions in your language. We understand Russian, German. Stefan is German.
Spanish also.
Spanish as well, so feel free to write in your native language and we will try to understand. And what about where we are at now? Where are we?
We are in Asia. We are in Hong Kong. It's a really big city, everybody knows, and we are here since
For a week almost, or
1.5 weeks.
1.5 weeks.
1.5 weeks. Yes, and we love it.
Yeah, we love it. We feel quite homey here right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a stage of. I mean, we're just here for 3 weeks, so it's pretty easy if you are here on just traveling, if you don't have to work here and find a job or an apartment or something. It's pretty easy to feel at home pretty quickly, you know. You get your stuff figured
That's
out
true.
in 2 or 3 days and you're good to go. And it took us maybe like a day or two to figure out where to get organic food, but now we are all set up. All that we eat today is organic, and I wrote lots of posts on where to find organic. If you're in Hong Kong, check out my blog. We're gonna leave you all the links to important stuff we mentioned in the description below, but let's see what we have. We have here...
What do we start? With tips?
No, just
Yes,
no. I think show the coolest thing.
The coolest thing is something we found in an all organic market here. It's a raw vegan cashew dip cream cheese.
Yeah.
It's called Tasty Cream Cheese.
Let's open it up.
Yeah, let's make a smell check.
The smell test.
It's kind of well closed.
It's sealed, yeah.
Oh, it
it
smells
smell
already
good?
very tasty. Do you want to smell?
Yeah. Ah, it smells fermented. It smells like...
It's a turmeric? I think.
No, I don't think it's turmeric, or is it?
Yeah.
How is it yellow? It's onion. It has raw cashews. These are fermented with filtered water, onion, sea salt, garlic, turmeric. Yeah, in the cultures, vegan cultures. And is it certified vegan? Gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan. Yeah, it's fermented probiotic raw vegan. So I think we are good to go with this cheese. And we haven't had cream cheese in a while, so we're excited. Like since we left Germany.
That we
Pretty
never
much.
tried this one. We're
No,
always
no.
excited to try new
We don't have
stuff.
Australian products
Yeah.
except chocolates. We have Australian chocolate.
Yes, do we?
There are like 2 brands we have in Germany, but like cheeses and cool stuff is just, and we have different brands in like German brands. So, do I have the chat? Yeah, I have the chat. So,
Yes.
let's show you what we have. We have here the apples.
Organic apple we bought in the supermarket.
The apples are I think you wouldn't think of eating cheese with apples, but we were out of veggies when we had our, it's Happy Cheese in Germany, like a brand of raw cheese and spread. We were just out of veggies and had just apples, and apples were free. His parents had so many apples in the garden, so we ate cheese with apples and it tasted amazing. What is this? This white stuff?
That's turmeric. This is turmeric we bought on an...
Turmeric? Are you
It's
sure?
jicama. That's jicama we bought on an organic farmers market actually that
Yesterday.
they have every Sunday. Yeah.
And Wednesday.
And Wednesday.
And
Yes.
the awesome thing is, like in Hong Kong, a lot of stuff is packaged in plastic, and at the farmers market, nothing is packaged. So it's awesome. And we've also found some baby corn.
Yeah, that's
Can you
cute.
remember having baby
No, I never had
corn
baby corn.
or mini
No.
corn? What is this baby corn? Is it actual corn that is harvested too early? If you know, let us know. Or is it like a different kind of corn? Is it corn at all? It looks like corn, but I mean, I have no idea
But
what
do you
it actually
remember
is.
yesterday on the farmers market there was some very small
Yeah,
thing that
Some
we
corn
thought
ears,
nothing
like
is
really
in it.
small ones. Yeah, but we didn't check it. We didn't
didn't
want to
check it
peel
out.
it. So yeah.
And we got some organic carrots
I
also from the
hate
farmers
carrots,
market.
I hate
love
carrots.
it.
I was first telling that carrots are disgusting. But yeah, you
Yeah,
love
so
carrots.
more for me, that's good.
Yeah.
And we got
Apples, okay, yeah.
those apples.
And have we something to tell before we start on the topic? Do we have something to mention? Maybe, yeah, it's about dating a vegan or a non-vegan as a vegan, and we've been dating for how long? For like 11 years?
Yeah.
And we are now at the age where like lots of people break up.
What do you call us dating now?
No, I mean we're married, but yeah, but and we are not planning on getting divorced or dating other people just for fun or something. No, but you always have to keep the possibility in mind that you have to date as a grown-up person, because you never know. Relationships are not. You can never be sure they're gonna last. So it's always a thought in the back of the mind. If I had to, would I date a non-vegan? What do you think? Tell us. We wanna know.
Yeah, I have to admit it's not in my back of my mind anymore
Yeah.
daily, but if I would be single again and if I would be vegan, then I would, I think it would depend somehow. I think it wouldn't be my first question, hey, are you vegan, actually. I think I would get to the point where I get to know the other person and then find out, oh, she's vegan. Pretty fast, I guess. So on the first date, definitely.
Also, you're meeting a random person somewhere, and you are just not asking about the vegan status. It's not important to you.
It's
I'm
not important.
understanding you right.
No, it's not. You are not understanding me right. So it's kind of important for me to know about the other person, but I wouldn't not continue dating that person if she wasn't vegan, for example. But if I would have the impression she would never be open-minded to something like this, then I think that would be probably we wouldn't fit together. That would be a certain mindset that just doesn't fit with mine.
But isn't it so that some people are maybe not actively open-minded, or just don't know that they are open-minded, and it's not a question you can get an answer to? You know what I mean?
No, you mean
just something. I mean, I'm vegan, right? But if you ask me, would you break into slaughterhouses and rescue pigs? I know, maybe I would be open-minded, but or even do it in the future, but I wouldn't know. If you asked me now, I wouldn't know that I would, even if I would do, you know? This open-mindedness, I mean, are you vegan or not is kind of binary,
I mean,
you know, you're
it's
vegan or not,
really
but are you open-minded? It's not like a...
But you already would recognize somebody who would say, no, definitely not. I would never give up my glass of milk in the morning.
So your criteria is...
Or I ask you, hey, I have some apple with some nice raw vegan cream cheese. Want to try? And you always say no. I don't touch this because it's vegan. I heard vegan and I don't like this word, and that's why I say no to everything.
I hate everything vegan. So, so your question would be: Are you against veganism? And if someone is
that
really
would be the direct question, yeah. But otherwise, I would find out pretty soon if somebody is kind of open-minded, and that also resonates with me, because this person would probably also be open to exploring more of the world and just not judging everything, just trying something, for example.
Okay. So you want someone really open-minded anyways. What I want to say is, it's not just, no one, even if you date a vegan, and this is like, I think there are some pros to dating a non-vegan. So I want to just think about the pros first. Why should I date someone non-vegan? Because even if you date a vegan, you can never be sure the person is gonna be vegan forever.
That's true.
There are so many reasons, or I wouldn't call those reasons, but so many things, so many situations, so many life events that might turn someone to eating meat again or drinking milk. So you can never be sure anyways. I think it's more an open dialogue, you know?
So you mean you would date somebody who's not vegan?
I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to find all the pros. Another pro is, someone who is already vegan, the person is vegan, for the animal's sake, wouldn't it be cooler to date someone open-minded who isn't vegan and show the person the vegan possibilities? To show when dating, if you're dating, it doesn't happen to everyone and all the time that the person that you are dating you're gonna end up marrying or staying for the rest, So if you date 5 people, maybe over 2 weeks or 2 months, and then you date someone else because it didn't work out, because of other things maybe, you show the vegan world to so many people, and I think it's awesome, And this connection, if you're dating, it's such a close connection. You try to get close pretty fast, and you try to figure out stuff together. And I think it's a really special bond and connection you have with people you're dating. So, yeah, I think within this relationship it's so new, and you're also excited about the stuff the other person does much more, as if it was just a friend, So it's easier to show the person the vegan world. But, what do you think?
Yeah, that's true. But I think you also would kind of have to be prepared to do more compromises. So it would be a more difficult relationship. So imagine you date someone and he or she has already a big circle of friends, and she wants to meet them sometimes, and she wants to integrate you into that circle. And they are all non-vegans, for example. And they meet up in a steakhouse, and you have set your mind that you actually never want to go to a steakhouse, even to eat a salad, because, that's you find it disgusting. Yeah. And then you would have to be the one that says, no, I don't want to come with you. I don't like sitting there, eating there, or watching you guys eat. I think that would be difficult, and you would have to be prepared to make compromises to take part in that, basically.
Yeah. Right now, my mindset or my planning is always in this world with you, where we have this perfect system of, we can choose where we eat, we travel a lot. When we meet people, these are usually vegans, or if those are non-vegans, they are glad to show us the vegan place, we don't have to hang out with non-vegans. But when I think back, I know when I met you, We were. I dated a non-vegan. I dated you. I dated a meat eater, and I was vegetarian for a while. Not super strict. I ate fish, so I wasn't vegetarian technically. But for me, meat was like super disgusting. And I know like one of the first 5 dates, I don't know when it was, he wanted to go to a steakhouse. It was just us two, and there was nothing I could eat. But I was pretty, I mean, like right now I think like, why? How could it happen? How? But back then I was like really open-minded about it. When you're dating, you are in a different mindset. It's not like, you know, I mean, something is going on up there. You hear it? It's weird. This apartment is a little bit confusing. And when you are dating, it's so exciting. I think you are more open-minded, and it doesn't happen too often that you can like sit down, write a long list, and you have like 10 points on your list, what you want, what you don't want, and you have like this pool of perfect options that you can pick from, and all the guys or girls are meeting these criteria. It's just not reality. I mean, you usually just meet someone randomly at a bar or a club or on the street, and
on the internet.
On the internet, and you meet the person live, and something clicks, and you're not even at this point asking what the person eats, you know? And you're already emotionally attached somehow, you know? And you are in a different mindset, you are more open-minded, and it's not that important at this moment, I think.
Yeah, especially the first few dates are probably more intimate, and in this private setting, it's probably I mean, I'm not sure which date it was. We went to the steakhouse.
I think one of the 5 dates, maybe like the 5th or the 4th.
Yeah, but as you say, I mean, you get attached pretty quickly, and then it's private, but then later you realize, oh, there's a circle of friends and the family and family gatherings, and you always are the special, have special meals that you want to bring or don't want to come at all.
And it's much easier. I mean, this is our life. Our families are not vegan, at least not all of our family members are vegan. So at the family gatherings, at friends' parties, you are always surrounded by non-vegans anyways, but it's easier if your partner is a vegan, if you talk about like the parties. But there is like the huge thing, like 90% of the meals, or if you're working, maybe 40% of the meals you have at home with your partner, or you're prepping the meals together to take with you to work. So, you know, it's not just the other people, but it's also what is happening at home and how to deal with it. And this is, I find, the hardest part, you know? And for me, I know how it was when we met. I was like super open. I don't know how you experienced it, but I was like super open-minded about meat, about everything, because in my previous relationship I tried to control the person a little bit more who wasn't a vegan, and control my at-home environment, like not having meat at home, like talking a lot about I don't want him to eat meat, and I don't want him I don't want to kiss him if he ate meat, you know, all this stuff. And I learned pretty quickly it doesn't work like this. The person, I mean, it's like it depends on how much the person loves you, how much the person wants to please you. Someone who is sensitive, and I mean not like super sensitive, like a little sensitive with a sense of empathy, will understand that if you are disgusted by meat, the person wouldn't bring home meat, or the person would be, and I see it so much with friends and with couples where like one person is vegan and the other not. The person who is a non-vegan will try to be understanding, not to bring meat home, not to eat meat. Maybe not being vegan outside, or like at work, the person would eat something like animal products, or at family gatherings or at the restaurants. But if you are at home with the person, there will be like no meat. Be at least vegan at home, you know what I mean? So this is what happens quite often. So this problem of, yeah, my partner always eats meat or we have meat at home, it's not a huge thing because most people can overcome it pretty easily. And if it doesn't happen, for me, from my experience, it's a sign of the person not valuing you beliefs and wishes, or just not understanding what veganism is about, you know?
Yeah, that's maybe the part.
Yeah.
Or understanding that and then still not taking action, and that's basically the bad part.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
at least at home. I mean, at least at
yeah.
home. I'm not talking about going vegan. I mean,
yeah, from the other guy's perspective, it would be that he is the only one who has to do compromises. And that's why I think it's
we should talk
difficult.
about that more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, if you would say, hey, don't bring meat home, or it would be nice if you didn't, then the other one has to cut back greatly if he's really into that stuff, basically.
Yeah.
So he would do something,
or she
for you, and it would be probably also a big cut into his or her life if she really is dependent on those things.
Like meat addiction, or what, or cheese addiction, or milk addiction, or what are you talking about?
Or having fear of being vegan, or being just not informed enough to be
like missing out on nutrients and taste and stuff. Okay, I can understand it if someone is like a big cook and but otherwise, I mean, there is a huge problem. I think that non-vegans who aren't vegan, who don't understand what veganism is about, might think that not wanting to eat meat or cheese or dairy is just about like a thing you don't like. You know, you just don't like milk, or you just don't like cheese. You're just fuzzy about your food. You're a picky eater. You just don't like stuff. Yeah, and because of you not liking something, I have to compromise, you know. It's hard to understand, but it's not about not liking something. It's about, for a vegan, it's not just a product that you add to your diet or don't add to your diet. It's about violence against animals. So it's not just leaving out something or making someone miss out on something. And vegans know that as a vegan, you don't have to miss out on anything. I mean, if you're raw vegan, there are some restrictions. I would say some dishes maybe you can't make, but as a vegan, you can make anything. There are substitutes. If you want to be a junk food vegan, there is everything. But if you read a little bit about it, if you read some studies, you will understand that some foods are just also unhealthy. So from the health perspective, you're gaining so much more if you eat more plant-based. Yeah, as if you eat like the foods that you are used to. Yeah. So a little bit of open-mindedness. I don't know what I want to say with this, but I think from a non-vegan perspective, it's not such a big deal as it is from the vegan perspective. So being like super sensitive helps. So if you look for a partner who is empathic, who is sensitive, who is willing to talk or to read about new stuff. And I think, is it a good idea to show like a movie like Earthlings or Conspiracy or something?
I think the problem with that is if you show this movie and the other person still doesn't get it, then you know it's basically you ask yourself why is this person still this person can I like someone like this who saw all those animal abuse videos and still thinks it's a good idea to buy meat or milk.
I think for me, and you talked about it, as someone open-minded, for me it would be like a clear cut-off criteria. But here I think it's important to see
if the person is on a path to somewhere.
Is the person understanding what is it about? Is it just too much? For some people it's maybe too much. to process too much, to figure out. Maybe the person understands, but just needs more support to understand how is it possible to go vegan, you know? You see all that, and now you feel like you can't eat anything anymore, and I think it's hard in the beginning. So just seeing where the problem lies. Does the person think that killing, abusing animals is okay, or does the person just think going vegan is too hard, you know? And it's
but
like
that's where you as a vegan partner would be the best support ever.
Yeah, totally. So
because you know things already, you know what tastes good, what works, and you have all the vegan options already checked out, basically.
Yeah. And as I told, I don't know how it fits into the discussion at this point. As I said, you never know if someone is gonna become vegan, stick to the vegan diet, go back, but having this open conversation and having someone on your side who is empathic, supportive, understanding, and open-minded is really helpful, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, in the end, I would say yes, to a certain degree. I would date a non-vegan. And I think those other features that this other person would need to, that we would fit together for a long time, that long term, that's other qualities like open-mindedness and the path to the veganism, basically.
Yeah, willing to take even slow the steps towards veganism. And I mean, in the beginning, from the personal experience, as I said, it's not a thing. It's not optimal, but if you fall in love, you forget such things. But if you think about the future, being together with a non-vegan is not super easy when it comes to things like raising children. How you're gonna agree on what to feed your children, especially if the person is a convinced meat eater, someone who thinks that meat has vitamins and nutrients that are only in meat and that you need it. It's gonna be hard raising children vegan if you want it. And yeah, there are some problems, but otherwise there are so many things that are important in a partner that it's hard to find someone who fits like all the criteria and is vegan on top. I totally think it's easier to turn, and I don't mean it in an active, forceful way, but in a compassionate, like just giving someone like all the information and helping the person to understand what it's about. It's much easier to turn someone towards a plant-based diet than to find like a perfect match who is vegan already. What do you think? Yeah. But there are so many vegans
living
right
by
now.
Example.
So
they are getting more and more vegan. So I think it's probably not that hard to find.
How would I start? I mean, I don't really believe in faith, but sometimes, we met online. We were like actually looking for a partner. But in my lifetime, I also met people randomly somewhere, or friend of a friend, or
on a party.
Yes, in a club, or just met someone somewhere, or someone who was in my school or something, you know. And you're not on some dating site and can check like the vegan box, so you get what you get. You fall in love with the person. But there are definitely options to go online and check all the boxes, to go to vegan meetups, to meet vegan people, and to check out this pool first. You know, if you are so disgusted by the idea of having or living with someone in the beginning who has meat in the fridge or who eats animals, who doesn't care, just check out the possibilities. And if you see there is nothing in there yet, you have to extend the pool if you want to have a partner. You don't have, as a vegan, you don't have to have a partner. It's not like you have to date, but if it's something that you want, and I mean, what is so funny about it? And you have like a small start in a small perfect circle. What is with like the and it's not. I mean, we are talking about it as if vegan was like the only thing a vegan cares about. I have a long list. I have like a list with 100 different points, criteria that a person has to fulfill. I have like 10 must-haves and 90 like super important, but I can kind of close my eyes on it from time to time, but like 10 points. So, and veganism is definitely in this top 10, but it's not on the first, on the first line. The first line would be like something like compassion and yeah. What about you?
Yeah, and overall I think for the movement it would be better if vegans would date non-vegans, because then you would have more people giving other people more insights on the vegan diet, on what veganism is about, and yeah, would probably lead to a greater increase of vegan population. And less animal abuse.
Less animal abuse, and it's the thing is veganism is something that's really good for the person. I mean, you are always. I mean, we went vegan together, but I was like more the first one who looked into it, who was vegetarian before. So I think I was like someone who came up with the idea more in the relationship. And I know because you tell me all the time that you're grateful for this, that
yes,
I showed you. Yeah,
definitely, that you showed me and that you
never would have
researched
considered
this information and everything. Yes, because I definitely think it's there's much misinformation in the internet. When you're alone and looking for things, you can get scared very easily just by looking up some posts. And that's why where somebody comes in who is healthy, who has researched everything, also
who is a scientist himself and can read the science. Yeah.
Yes. And just is a bit rational also on this and says, hey, how can this be bad?
Yeah, this. I want to say something different. The cheese is great. So have you talked about the? This is. I mean, the turmeric. The turmeric puts me a little bit off. I mean, I don't like turmeric in a cheese that I don't want a curry. I want a cheese. So, but they did it for the color, I think, right?
Yeah, so I think it's
amazing.
very good. It's they also had kimchi, this brand. Maybe we should check some other things from them out.
I think it's a little bit sour. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, a bit, but I think that's how they just do those green cheeses.
Yeah. But the happy cheese is not that sour, I think. It's hiding behind the mic, but I mean, you guys wanna. And we are double dipping because we're gonna finish it all off now with all the veggies and.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want us in all our videos, I mean, it's just our talk, our little mukbang discussion talk, not saying go out on date and non-vegan, because I'm not even sure I would at this point of my life. I mean, I hope I have never to date again. I really honestly hope I have never to date again. It's the most exciting thing to do, and it's the worst annoying, nerve-wracking thing to do, waste of time, and yeah.
On the other hand, when dating a new person, you kind of open your tunnel of perspective again and see some different, look for different qualities and see more, explore more of the world maybe. Yeah,
totally.
So
I'm happy with what I have right now.
Me too.
A raw vegan.
Yes.
Who travels the world, I mean, this is what you showed me. This is maybe what you mean, expand your possibilities. Every time we date someone, we meet someone, we are swallowed or connected with the other world, you know?
Yeah. Somebody opens this world and lets you in.
By my world of healthy, vegan, animal-friendly way of life, and I'm swallowed buy you world traveling, tech, cool world I absolutely love. Without you, I wouldn't have started the YouTube, I wouldn't have started my blog, I wouldn't have started traveling. It's amazing how it's...
Yeah, that's why it's cool to have a partner actually, because you have somebody who's close to you, who opens boxes for you, he gives you insights into things. Doors.
Oh, doors, yeah.
Yes, so that's very cool. But in general, I would say if you want to date somebody, just date somebody and try to stick to your own truths and be compassionate with the other guy, girl, and try to find out if it works or not.
And depends totally on the personality. You don't have to give up your beliefs. Everyone decides for her or himself. Just because your partner, your husband, your grandparents, your parents are non-vegans, it doesn't mean that you have to be. Or that you're less of a vegan if your partner isn't. So I think just focus on yourself. We have to start with ourselves and to go our way, and if someone finds it interesting, who wants to join in, he will, she will. Talk about it if it's appropriate. If you watch a movie, invite the person to watch Earthlings or Conspiracy or whatever you're watching. Go to a farm sanctuary. I think farm sanctuaries are
Cute. Very
the
good
places where you meet the animals. Those are farms where animals live without being exploited. It's not like a dairy farm. It's just a farm where animals live, and it's always so cool to meet new animals. We went, like the last one was a donkey sanctuary.
Donkey sanctuary in
It
Andalusia.
was so amazing. I mean, it wasn't about veganism, but you meet animals, and there are always vegans, and if you go to a sanctuary farm, you really see the farm, so-called farm animals, cows, pigs, chickens living there, and you have like the connection. You see these animals then more as pets there, you know.
Yeah, it's a family member.
So there are so many ways to include, to show a non-vegan world that I think most people are capable of understanding it. There is just not enough vegans to show it to everyone, you know. So every partnership needs a vegan and another cool person who knows something else cool, like traveling or programming, or just
like
date, make your list, stick to your principles. If it's about yourself, don't eat meat as a vegan just because your partner isn't a vegan, but let the person be, educate the person if the person wants to be, to hear about it, and be a nice, friendly vegan and have fun dating, right?
Sounds good.
You guys, what is Fruitadmin saying?
Fruitadmin says he liked the cheese very much. I think we drew also a good conclusion in our topic for today, and yes, I hope you had fun eating with us or eating later with the video, and give it a thumbs up if you like it.
And we'll see you guys in the
next time.
next mukbang from Hong Kong. Bye bye.
Bye.